You're going to take some time to make sure that your notes are really, really detailed, right? That you've got everything you need when you sit down to take part 1 of the exam, which is multiple choice, that you've got your notes printed or handwritten and you're ready to go. You can also use your textbook. So the same rules for honor lock quizzes is the same for part 1 of the exam. So let me get to the exam. The exam is 2 parts. The first part is multiple choice. Just like I just said, you get to use your textbook and handwritten or printed notes, just like you do for the quizzes. Take your time, really think through everything that you've learned, but that's why I say make sure that you have read the chapters, that you have really solid notes, that you've gone over them, but most importantly, that you understand these concepts, right? Because a lot of these questions, once you understand the concept, they're pretty easy to figure out the correct answer. Okay, but if you haven't really taken the time to understand or read the chapters and get full comprehension, then it will be more difficult. All right, part 2 of the exam is your leadership philosophy. I've been talking about this the last couple of weeks, letting you know that it was coming. The leadership philosophy will be a short, very tight paragraph of about 7 to 10 double-spaced sentences. Okay, and what you are going to do in that philosophy is you're going to be asked to brainstorm, to think through a lot of the things that you've learned, and I walk you through it step by step in the leadership philosophy directive. And then I get you to a place where you're ready to sort of begin drafting that leadership philosophy, that very tight 7 to 10 sentence paragraph that breaks down certain things. What does it break down? Well, your 7 to 10 sentences should break down your core values and leadership beliefs, right? So we should be thinking about, and I walk you through this, what are your core values as a person? Right? Every one of us has different core values that lead us in a certain way. Some people it's honesty, other people it's justice, some people it's love, right? There's a lot of different things that we all believe and hold as our core value system. That's important when defining yourself as a leader. Next, you're going to identify your leadership strengths and skills. You should know what your strengths are. You took that VIA self-assessment, so I ask you to refer back to that discussion board if you have forgotten. Hopefully you haven't what your strengths are. You should know that. And your skills, okay? Next, you're going to explain how your core values and strengths, so you're going to combine the first 2 things I mentioned, will be applied to your leadership style, okay? What do we mean by that? If you feel like you're a democratic sort of leadership style, right? So if you feel like that's where you tend to fit on that spectrum, you're going to talk about how that's going to work, okay? You're going to discuss the theory of X and Y, which way do you lean and why that is. You're going to also discuss the task and relationships, right? And you're going to discuss how you're going to do that in your own leadership way, okay? So you're going to fully explain why you believe what you believe about leadership, okay, based on everything that is in the brainstorming aspect of this assignment. Okay, it is not complicated. It is not hard. You just need to take your time and allow yourself the week to prepare. It's not something you can throw together in 30 minutes. Leadership philosophies really are basically the summation of what you believe about yourself as a leader, right? We all do this differently. We can take derivations from different people that we respect and admire, but ultimately we each have to lead our own way from our own particular strengths. So I'm asking you to think about everything, synthesize it, crystallize it for yourself, and put together some beautifully crafted 7 to 10 sentence leadership philosophy. And you will submit that. That's part 2 of your exam. Okay, so that is what is due this week. Take your time, start early in the week, come and see me during office hours if you want some one-on-one help, or you just have a question, or you just want a hi or a pep talk. I am here.